Hi, it's Beth again. I'm here with another little let's chat, cause guess who doesn't know what else to record right now? I'm, again, trying to be consistent about uploading every Friday, and I'm trying to stay like one video ahead. So, I have two actually that are ready to go these next 2 Fridays, but then I'm gonna need another one, so like I just have to have something to do. I'm gonna attempt. Whoa! Goodbye, pen. Wow. Talking while I draw, which I tried to do when I was doing my Fandemonium catch-up talk, didn't go so well. I'm not very good at talking in general, and then talking while I'm trying to focus on drawing something. Not that great, which is why most artists probably, draw and then do like a voiceover, but I don't feel like doing that. So I'm gonna make everything hard on myself. I did have some notes over here, so I kind of have a guide. And if you hear crinkling, I'm sorry. My cat has been super lonely lately, and so finally I let him in the craft room because he's, I don't know, following me everywhere. Whatever. Anyways, Miguel is in the room, so if you hear crinkling, if you hear meowing, or if he knocks something over, it's all on him. Not counting the pen, but the rest of it will probably be his fault. Okay, so today's sort of topic is just about someone wanting me to give them art lessons. And this someone is like, I don't know how old they are, 11, 12. I help out at this class at the library, and it's for younger kids to do art, introduce them to painting and all sorts of other media. And I don't know, this one girl was just so interested in my drawing, and like out of the blue she's like, can you teach me how to do that? And then like at the end of the class she was like, I have my aunt's number, can you text her and like see about giving me lessons? Which is all well and good, and I completely don't mind giving someone lessons. However, my issue lies in texting people or calling them. I am so bad about it. Like, I can double, triple, quadruple check a phone number, and if it's someone I've never texted before, I still freak out and I hesitate, and I won't send stuff because I'm like, what if I send it to the wrong person? They're like, oh, that's not who this is. And then really the logical thought would be, oh, that's the wrong number, let me just re-put it in. But I just get really embarrassed. I'm like, I just don't want it to be wrong. So that's this is blowing in my face. Thank you, incense. Oh yeah, that was the next thing. I don't mind doing lessons, but I don't really know how to teach someone how to draw. Because for me, I start with because with her I was starting with, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. No, you can't, my hand's in the way. I'm gonna sketch it anyhow. Like line of action, like, you sketch a line. I usually do sort of S shape, and then I try to draw like the sort of 3D shapes or whatever of the body following said line. Anyway, I was trying to loosely explain that to her at the end of the painting class, because she was done painting and her sister was still going, so they hadn't left yet and she needed something to do. And that's when I was showing her some tips, and the first thing she says is I start like trying to show her these fundamentals. She's like, okay, but I just want to start drawing, which I totally get. I was like, but how can I show you like how to draw without showing you how to draw? You know what I mean? But I understand that, especially with children, like they want to do the thing. They don't want to have to know all the intricacies of art. So I'd have to find a way to weave that in, and first of all not make it boring, and second of all like help them understand what that stuff still means and like how they can implement it into their work. But anyways, if you want a close-up of this, this doesn't look very good but you get the idea. Line of action and then drawing shapes around it. And that was the main thing I told her, was to like look at shapes, which I know she's a beginner, so I'm starting beginner level. Before you go into 3D, it should be like, look at the shapes of these. And my cat is being very noisy. Miguel! Miguel! What are you doing? Get out of my bag! Oh my gosh, he's so dumb. Whatever. He just wants to interrupt us, I guess. It's all about him. I might end up booting him out. Okay, so... Oh, and that was the next thing leading into, contacting said stranger, this aunt. I don't know, like, how do you get over that? How do you get over this, like, unreasonable fear about, like, reaching out to someone? I don't know, because I'll even have that with family members. If, I don't know if they get a new number, or... He is so distracting. So distracting. I think he wants attention. Yeah? That's what I thought, Miguel. Are you nestled in? Hang on. You see this? This is the noisy boy. I think he just wanted to be noticed. Didn't you, Miguel? He's the one who recently lost his brother, so, he's been just kind of clingy in general. He will act like he doesn't want to be held, but I know all you want is attention. Isn't it? He's like, put me down right now. Fine, be like that. Okay. Anyway, back into whatever it was I was talking about. Oh yeah. So getting over the fear of contacting said aunt, I'm half tempted to wait until the next class, painting class, and talk to their great-grandmother who brings them. Be like, do you want to have a date when they come over? Or we meet up, whatever, and do lessons? Ugh, I don't know. I don't like thinking about it. I don't like having to go, and now I'm gonna have this confrontation of, you never texted my aunt. I have anxiety, I'm sorry. Which really isn't an excuse. I need to just do it. Take Shia LaBeouf's advice from that long dead meme. Yeah, so I think I touched on how would I start an art lesson. I just don't even know. Like, where do you begin with someone who doesn't know what they're doing? Because I don't know. I'm trying to think, when I first started as an artist, I used Christopher Hart's How to Draw books, which I know a lot of people like kind of shit on those, like they think they're crappy art books, but for me, when I was 14 and I didn't know anything about art, that's what first of all inspired me, and second of all, like, seeing simpler art styles in that book, it gave me a place to start. So I guess I'd have to find a way to start simple to give a lesson, but again, simple while also being able to teach them something new, or teach them some kind of, like, this is why you do line of action, or this is how you try to get more dynamic poses, or whatever. But this is also my overthinking brain, my perfectionist brain. I'd want them to get the most out of each lesson possible. And so, like, how can I incorporate all that? And then I go way over the top and stress myself out. I don't have a middle ground. I'm either extremely basic or just I way overdo everything. Usually it's the latter. I way overdo everything. Um, I don't know, I'm trying. I'm trying to find more of a balance lately because this falls into my category of why I don't finish things. Um, just like having a fear of sharing things. Like I don't know, I need to find some kind of like make it simpler. Like again for my Etsy shop, which I still haven't posted anything on. Oops. Um, oh, Etsy shop. Um, the one time I tried to do something like that before, actually it might have been eBay, so a little bit different. But I had a lot of stuff I wanted to get rid of, and it ended up being like too much stuff. Like I was trying to list everything. I had like 50 plus things I was trying to put up there, and that was way too much for me to keep track of. And I ended up just deleting the page because I was like, I can't do this. And nothing was really selling anyway, and it's like, I don't want to deal with that right now, or ever. It was too much for me. So, thinking of Etsy, I'd want to do like something small, especially just starting out. Like, if I just had 2 items that I put up, and just wait for one thing to sell, or something. And that's kind of what I'm doing with my YouTube as well. Because there's been times I've been tempted, I'm like, you could do it, you could post 2 videos a week, but I tell myself, no, you have other stuff to do, and you're gonna overwhelm yourself if you try to do more. So here I am, refraining from doing more, because when I, again, do too much, like, I'm really strong in the beginning, but like it peters out pretty quickly, and then I never touch it again, and I don't want to be like that. I want to be more consistent, and I want to have more follow-through. And again, with my book that I keep talking about and not having anything to show for it, I really want to finish that, because I basically have all of it in my head. It's just a matter of writing it down. But I get so concerned. I think I've watched too many book reviews here on YouTube about, like, my grammar and like things being coherent enough, but I also don't want to be too over detailed, because I have read my fair share of stories where the author is so detailed, like not in a good way. Like I'm thinking Anne Rice, H.P. Lovecraft. I love the way they detail things. They paint such beautiful scenes with words. I think that's almost magical. If you can write like that, that's like what I aspire to be like. But I can't remember the name of the book. I just remember the cover had a panther on it, and it was some country story? No, western. Like a western. First of all, hate westerns. Second of all, it was boring as hell. Like, every little thing got described to death. And the main one I remember is, like, someone had frozen to death in the snow, which you could explain a little bit if you wanted, like, how the corpse looked or whatever. But I swear this went on for like a page and a half, which maybe doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're just describing the ice crystals that formed on this guy's beard, and that's how long he's been in the snow dead, like, I don't care. And I don't even remember the characters, because that's how boring it was to me. And that's, to me, that's saying something, because I do have a fairly good memory when it comes to media, even stuff I don't fully enjoy. Let me think. There was a... Oh my gosh, if he's gonna break my thing. Hang on. Okay, I got rid of the distraction. I didn't kill him, I just threw him out of the room. So don't worry. I don't know why I have this one dangling thing in here that I'd gotten from my grandmother. So, I really don't want it broken. And he always wants to swat at it. Which I know, cat thing, like, it's a dangly, like, ooh, I should go hit that. But he smacks it pretty hard. I'm like, if you break that, I will break you. Not really, but I would be very upset. So anyways, Miguel dilemma out of the way. I guess next I was just gonna talk about I don't feel qualified to give art lessons. Like, I really want to be, but again, I don't know. I could do it, is the thing. I know I could do it, but at this very moment that we're living in, I feel like unqualified, and like I don't know. Again, I don't know where to start, and I don't know. I didn't go to art school. I'm self-taught, so do I have any right to be teaching people how to draw? I don't know. Like, I know that sounds stupid. Like, of course you do. You can teach people how to do stuff. But I could potentially be teaching them the wrong way to do it because I have my own way of doing it that works for me, and I don't know. So, it's whatever. What can you do? Nothing. So, yeah. And on a semi-random topic, thinking about this being a kid interested in my drawing, I, for some reason, am like a magnet for 11 to 12-year-olds, usually girls, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why kids like me, because I'm not a big fan of kids. I feel like I just talk to them like they're normal people. Because I remember when growing up, I had plenty of adults. You know what? People still do this to me to this day. Is talking to me in a I don't know if condescending is the right word. People are definitely condescending to me these days. But as a child, you know, that sort of like a baby voice, and like, I don't really know what I'm talking about because I'm too young. And so, you know, they have that tone. And that always made me feel stupid as a kid. Believe it or not, even though I don't like children, I know they have feelings. I know they're basically little people. And they should be treated with the same respect we give adults. And you don't have to treat them like an adult, like, because they're not. You can still, like, you know, if you're the parent, like, offer proper guidance and whatnot. But I'm just meaning, like, treating them as an equal, I guess. Like, I respect you, and I want you, or I would hope you would reciprocate that respect, because I don't know, we're on the same playing field here. I'm having a hard time describing this because I know, again, children aren't adults, and you shouldn't treat them like they know everything, because we still have to protect them. But I'm just meaning like take them seriously, especially if they're talking about something that might be serious to them and you think it's silly. Like, I don't know, like, just talk to them normally and treat their problems as if they're real, because they probably are real to these kids. It's one of those, you don't have to fully understand it, just try to have compassion. I don't know. Because again, I just think back to how some adults would treat me when I was a little kid. And I always felt small, and I felt stupid. All the time. Even with some family members, who were well-meaning, but, I don't know. Like, I'd try to explain myself as a kid about things, and I would always get over-talked because I didn't know what I was talking about. And I would just end up super frustrated because I'm like, but you're not listening to me, you're not letting me finish. So, that being said, that could be part of it. I tend to be a little quieter around people, and I do like to listen. So, I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it. But anyways, it's usually older women and then, like, little kids. I don't have friends my age. Wait, that's a lie. I have one friend who's my age. But aside from that, that's it. Oh, speaking of befriending older women, there's this other woman who's been helping at this art class, and she's, like, amazing at quilting and knitting, and she's actually offered to, like, show me how to do some of that stuff, so I'm pretty excited about that. Um, I always wanted to learn how to knit, but that's one of those things I could not self-teach because there's so much, what do you call it, knitting lingo. Like, there's all these abbreviations. I just remember, like, letters, numbers, and those were supposed to, like, mean something, a certain kind of knot or a certain kind of whatever you call it. I don't even know. All I know is that I don't know. I don't know how to knit or crochet. I've tried so many times and they never turn out. And I've been told at least with crocheting, I do the knots way too tight, so my stuff always shrinks way down. I don't know what it is. I've tried to not do it so tight and it just has never worked for me. So anyway, that was a bunny trail for you. Yeah, and I've been realizing lately, going into the having to contact people and be an adult, like, gotta make that phone call even though I don't want to, you know? I have to. And why does it have to be so hard? Why am I like this? My siblings aren't like this. But, whatever. Whatever, what can you do? Do everything the hard way, I guess. I feel like I've had to learn everything do everything the hard way. Even lately, like, just having to teach myself basic how to manage my emotions and shit, like, those are things I was never taught. Which I'm not really blaming anyone, because my parents were very young when they had me. I think my mom was just like 19 or something. So, fair to say they didn't fully know what they were doing, and my mom has told me that she didn't take any kind of classes until, like, parenting classes or whatever, until she had her second child. So I'm not like faulting anyone because no one's perfect, and sometimes, you know, life just happens, and then you have a kid and then you have to learn how to be a parent. But I've definitely I had a good childhood, definitely, but the emotional aspects, a little bit tricky for me. My parents were a little impatient sometimes, so there were definitely moments where it's like, I need you to, like, be quiet and be in your room because you're annoying me or whatever, which, you know, fair, that would be me too, but which is why I don't want to have children. I don't think I would be a good parent because I definitely would be like, go away, stop bothering me. Anyways, moving on to another topic which is kind of unrelated to anything, and I wasn't going to talk about this, but during the Miguel fiasco, I was thinking I could talk about some of my characters here too. I don't want to do too many of them, because, like I've said many times now, I do have stories I want to write for some of them. Or it would be all of them, but, you know, there are some that are more, I just have this character because they're cool. For example, I have a character called Troy Penn. I just made him because I'm like, I want to draw a cute boy OC, so that's what I did. Actually, where's my notebook? I think I posted a picture of him, I think on my first Void Talk? I'm pretty sure. I think that's where I showcased some of my art. Anyways, you don't have to read all my yuck notes because that's just me brainstorming shit. But, this is my boy Troy. Actually, you know what? I think the next page has a clearer picture of what he looks like now. Yeah. Ignore that I've, you know, cut out stuff. all my everything is a mess. Let me zoom in on that a little bit. So, I wanted to make him like he was once a priest in the older days, whatever, and, you know, committed some sin and got, I don't know, cursed or damned in some way. Like, he's not exactly in hell, but he's, like, not welcome anywhere, sort of thing. I know, very edgy, but, I don't know, some of that wasn't totally making sense to me, or I feel like this trope of, oh, priest supposed to be good and go bad, you know, like, I don't want to be too, you know, everybody does that. So anyway, what I'm saying is Troy is a work in progress. I'm trying to figure out, like, what else I want to do with him. I usually go for drama. As you can probably see, I have some stuff in here. It sounds so bad. I was looking up, like, old-fashioned, like, torture stuff, because, like, there's some kind of ritual where he was, like, tortured to death, and then somehow that, like, sealed his soul maybe in the earthly realm, but he can't be seen by anyone, because I'm picturing, like, he's not a ghost, and he's not a demon. He's just, like, malformed, like, and cursed to forever, like, feel the pains of his torture, and he's had to find a way to, like, cope with that. Because he has, you can kind of see them on, where is it, this picture? They're supposed to be, like, I don't know, like horns or iron hooks or something that, like, you know, they sprout out of his body, and, they'll just grow and get worse, and so he has to, like, constantly, like, rip them out, which, you know, obviously causes more pain, but, like, it's even worse to try and take them out when they get too big. So, anyways, stuff like that. I like all the, well, you should know this about me by now. I like my edgy characters. I know I have one friend of mine who, she has said that to me. She's like, your characters are always so drama. She's like, but keep it coming. I was like, yeah, sorry, I can't help it. Because another mini story I'd like to do, which maybe I could share parts of it here. I've been undecided. This is one I've always also been picturing sort of as a comic. I have, like, this traveling, I don't know if I want to call it a circus, or a freak show is probably more accurate, but I picture said freak show, like, being at a circus, or it's, like, hidden at a carnival or something, like, only certain people can get invited in, because they're, like, supernatural things and kind of creepy and grotesque, so, you know, you can't just let a common person go into that. I have a fascination with, you know, circuses, carnivals, all that stuff, that aesthetic or whatever. It is, me, if you will. Sorry, that sounded cringe, but whatever. Yeah, so anyways, I have this traveling freak show, and, there's actually 3 of them, but my focus is the one where the leader is his name is Cassius. I'm trying to think how I would describe his personality. Like, he's not evil, but he's, like, not good, you know? Because he's the only one of the freak show orchestrators, or what have you, ringleaders, I don't know what to call it, but who collects his participants is coming to mind, but they're not participants if he, like, kidnaps them and uses them in his freak show against their will, because that's what he does for some of them. For example, I have these 2 characters called Midnight and Raven, and they're dancing mimes, but they're not like, obviously, they're not human mimes. He wouldn't care about that. I made up this species. I don't know what they'd actually be called. I just have them called dancing mimes because they love to dance. They're beautiful dancers. But, oh shoot, what was I saying? Oh, I was thinking they lived on, Enceladus, Saturn's moon. I have a fascination with Enceladus. Mainly because I named a different character after that, and then I started researching the moon, that moon, and it has like it's icy, it has like ice geysers on it or something. So I don't know, I just thought that was really interesting. But I'm also a nerd, so there you go. But anyway, Cassius has these two dancing mimes, and he took them kind of forcefully because they're supposedly like the last of their kind. I can't remember why the race kind of died out, but these two mimes had kind of been traveling the universe, just, you know, vibing, enjoying life, and traveling to beautiful places. These rare characters, Cassius has taken them, and there's a few he can coax to come in, like tell them benefits of being a part of the freak show, and he'll give them this if they come join his thing. But you can't really do that with the dancing mimes because they're definitely free spirits, and they're not just gonna stick to one place. They like to wander. They like, I don't know, just to be free. Which, I mean, everyone does, but I'm talking like, I don't know, just wanderers. That's how I picture them. Very, very kind and soft spirits, and for them to be, like, taken into this freak show where they have to dance for other people, and they don't want to, because, you know, they just like to dance for themselves. They just find it, fun. Not so fun when you have to perform for a bunch of people, though. So, that's that on that. Why was I talking about that? Oh, because maybe I could tell more of the story, here. Anyway, that was one that I feel like the characters are so different looking, not like unique, you know, they're just like supernatural, monstery. They'd be cool in a comic. So yeah, that's probably what I'd do with that. But they're also like not my main focus right now. That'd be like a background, maybe like a novella or something if I were to write it in like a, you know, just a regular writing format and not in a comic. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for that, I guess. I think for the next Void Talk, I might write up a script or maybe I'll just read off of what I already have written of my dreams that I have. And I'll read some of those here. Just because I am very fascinated by dreams. I'm gonna try to start writing mine down again. I know in my last video I was like, oh, I'm not writing them down because they give me nightmares. But then, like, I'm missing out on a lot of cool stuff. Like I know I've had interesting dreams lately, and I purposely have not written them down, because again, I just, like, what if it turns into nightmares again? I'm like, well, guess you'll have cool nightmare stories to tell. So, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. As per usual, I tried to do stuff while I was recording for you, and I'll show you, but I don't like it, okay? So don't, whatever. It's hard for me to do anything while I'm talking. I guess that's it for this one. Just a miniature talk. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. And if there's anything, if you like what you see in my videos, my stuttering and all, let me know if there's anything you would like to hear more from me. And I'll definitely consider it, because I do have a lot of stories. Not real stories, of course. Fake ones that I make up. Or just characters I could talk about and kind of give you their backstory. And, gosh, what else did I say? What have I said this whole video? Who knows? Only God. Maybe you, because you've been watching. Unless you've, like, skipped the end. Which, cool, I guess. Thanks for skipping to the end. I'm gonna stop talking because... whatever. I'm just gonna stop. Okay. Thank you. Bye.